Denise with RE Solutions XV.
And I'm Sean with RE Solutions XV.
Yes. And today we are going to talk about funds to prepare for when you are ready to buy. The top 7 items that you should know about just to prepare yourself. You know, a lot of buyers come up to us and, sometimes people say they can't buy because they don't have money. And sometimes they're like, well, what should I prepare for? So we'll tell you what to prepare for. Next slide.
Next slide, please.
All right.
Number 1, the down payment. This can be anywhere from 3 to 20% of the price of the home, depending on the loan product, your credit score, and other factors. There are down payment assistance programs available to help you get started. There are 2 loan products that are 0% down, the VA and the USDA. I myself was very unaware. I thought that 0% down meant 0 when I was first starting. The first time I made a home purchase about 11 years ago. So no money down. I literally thought no money down, not the 1% you need or any of that other stuff. So I was, as a new homeowner 10 years ago, I was very confused about all of this.
Yeah. So the down payment is just one piece of it. So that's usually the part. That's just one part of your closing costs. But yeah, just because you have 0 down doesn't mean you're going to have costs. So that's a good thing to point out. All right. Number 2. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Okay. So that is the other part of it, the closing costs. Okay. So when you go to closing, you're going to have the full amount. Okay. But your closing costs includes your down payment, which is what Sean had talked about. And then there's another part that includes the lender cost. And there's just other costs that they'll put in there that has to do with the loan product. And there's just other fees. Okay. This is usually 3 to 5% of the cost of the home. So most of the lenders that I work with, it's an average of $6,000 to $7,000. And again, that does not include that down payment part of it. So you have to add the down payment and your closing costs, and that will be the amount of money you need to come to the table with when you close.
Earnest money. The initial deposit when you go under contract. This tells the sellers that you're serious about purchasing the home, skin in the game. Industry standard is about 1% of the price. For example, $250,000. The earnest money would be $2,500.
Right. So this is done when you go into contract, and usually I tell my buyers have that check ready. It goes to the title company. So that's usually the first amount that you have to be ready to go when you're ready to buy a house. Number 4 is your option money. Okay, so when you go under contract, you're going to have so many days that where it's called the option period, and this is the time frame that you have to get inspections done for the property to make sure that the condition of the home is where you feel comfortable with. Okay, so this is anywhere from 3 to 10 days. In a seller's market, it is 3 to 5, maybe 7 days, and in a normal market, about 10 days. So the industry standard is $10 per day. So that's usually the lowest. This is the lowest thing that you have to prepare for. Could be around 100, but again, in a very competitive market that we're in now, we've seen it as high as $250, $500 for the option period, to just give it that little bit of competition with other offers, but option money.
Absolutely. The inspection of the home is going to be completed by a general inspector. This can cost anywhere from $300 to $500, but can be more. And it is done during your option period to to verify the condition of the home. It just determines if you want to move forward with the contract and request repairs. If the house needs more repairs and you're willing to invest in to purchase the house, this is the time to back out.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Number 6, your payment for the appraisal. Okay, so the appraisal is different from the inspection. A lot of buyers confuse the two. They think the inspection is the appraisal. No, the appraiser goes out and they do an assessment of the home, and they look at other properties that sold that were similar to the home that you are buying, and they're going to compare the features of the home, the upgrades, the amount of rooms, the square footage, the size of the lot. These are the things that go into consideration when they go assess the home. And then they're going to put a number of what they feel the cost of the home should be. Okay, so this is required by your many loan products, because the lender has to have an amount to say how much they're going to lend you. Okay, and that's another tidbit Thursday. We'll discuss that another time. But usually the cost of an appraisal is about $500, and this is paid after you go under contract. Okay.
New survey. A survey measures the land's boundary lines. It's required by all loan products. The seller may have a survey, and that would require an affidavit, how do I put it, to state that no changes have been made to the property of the land. The surveyor goes through and they check your property lines, they check the edges of the property, and the cost is usually about $500 unless it is exceptionally large property, in which case it does push out.
And so these, that was the number 7 tips. When you're ready to when you think you're ready to start purchasing a property, I would recommend that you would just start saving some money, start putting money in savings. You want at least, I would say, anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. And some people think that's a lot of money,
Mm-hmm.
but if you think about it, if you rent a home, right, you have to pay that first month's rent.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay for a security deposit, which usually equals the first month's rent, and other things that you have to pay for. If you think about that alone, you're halfway there, So, and with so many programs out there that gives down payment assistance,
Mm-hmm.
and things of that nature, I would talk to an agent or a lender to see how much do you really need in order to purchase a house. You would be surprised how much you actually need.
Actually, I was going to say, I really wish in my last transaction, I wish I purchased my own survey now, in retrospect, because you can use the old one, but now if I go forward with my property change, I'm going to need to purchase one for the next. If I sell this home, I'm going to have to turn around and get another one, and nothing's going to get cheaper. So I really wish I had purchased it at the beginning of the house. That and knowledge to know I've got to do some fence work, and just having that in my hands would make me a lot more comfortable. So it's just, these are little things. It would have been an extra $500. I really wish I'd spent it now.
So any questions out there? Or we have any viewers? No? Okay. So we have this PowerPoint available to you if you would like a copy of it. Just message us and we will be more than happy to provide it to you. Okay, so thank you as always for joining us and viewing. And next, in about 45 minutes, will be our PM talker, where Pete and no, I'm being told no. Pompey and Sean again will be talking about property management topics. And we will see you next Thursday for Tip It Thursday, and Belinda will be back.
All right, bye-bye. Thanks, guys.